This is what I do for the moving plots lab for regular physics, okay, which I think is a funner lab, okay. Is basically what we're going to do is we're going to analyze the motion of this cart as it rolls down this plane and rolls to a halt on the table. Now, clearly, I've got this a little bit too high, right? So maybe I'll take out a book. Let's take out a book here. There we go. Maybe that's the right height. And that's what you want to do. You want to adjust it so that it goes about 2 meters, okay? You want it to roll at 2 meters. Now what it's going to do, and what's cool, is that it's going to roll down here, and the whole time it's on this ramp, it will be accelerating. So their position graph will go whoosh, like this. Then, on this part, it's going to be decelerating, right? So I get these things. Notice that this cart has the letter A written on it. This ramp is labeled A. And that's because the carts have different inclines that make them tow 2 meters of tape, right? So I mark out on the table what is 2 meters of tape, right? They do that, right? You need a little bit of tape, like this. And then what you want to do is put it through this thing with the silver side up. Silver side always goes toward those little electrodes. Okay? I think it matters. I've never tried it the other way. Maybe it would work the other way. Okay, and then they need a little bit of tape to tape this onto the cart, okay? And then you get all the slack out of this, right? So, and this thing has to be stretched out straight behind it. It's nice to have a chair or something like that, because you don't want it to get all like coiled up or something like that. And then what you do is you turn it on, and you release it. Okay, and what you want is you want it to pull about 2 meters of tape. This tape looks like it went through it, so the tape wasn't long enough, or the ramp was. But I have 2 meters of tape, and you want the 2 meters of tape to stay in there. Okay? And what's cool, and this one clearly didn't, okay, it didn't stop on the tape. Right? But what's cool is that, you know, at first the dots are very close together, and in the middle they're the farthest apart that they'll ever be, and then they get closer together again. And you can see on the website, you can see the you know, the videos I've got, you can see the beautiful data that you get from this. And what they need to do with this is they're going to tape this out on the table, just like they do for IB. Okay? It has to, by the way, you know, it has to start and stop on the tape. But they're going to tape this out on the table like this. And then they're going to take 2 meter sticks and put them right next to it. And they need to tape the meter sticks down as well. So here's the beginning here, right? You put the millimeter side there, and then like this, right? You got to tape not only the tape down, the thing with the marks on it, but also these things. They don't need to be Fort Knox to the counter, but they do need to not slide this way, or you'll get errors in your measurements, right? And so then they just read it off. One kid can have the Chromebook open, and they can just read it off and type it into their spreadsheet. Anyway, that's the moving plots lab, and there's other things we do. We graph it, we put tangent lines, we compare the tangent line to the instantaneous velocity. You can, you know, you can do that or not, you know. All right.